Good morning, hello and welcome to the World Bowls Indoor Championships, day 4 here at the Guernsey Indoor Bowls Stadium, and we have another mixed pairs group stage match for you this morning. Good game in our hands between Hong Kong, China and New Zealand. We covered New Zealand's game yesterday morning against England, where they were confidently in front most of the way and took the win. They've all had a few games now on the rink. So as you can see there, first bowl from Stanley was a little way short from Hong Kong, China. Taylor Bruce in New Zealand finding the length a bit better though. Good again here from Taylor, running up to the jack. Strong opening end, so just as a reminder, the mixed pairs games are 3 bowl pairs. So Stanley's last bowl of the first end going up here. Certainly looks better. Covered well there and drawn a nice shot.
One down. I think you give it a chance. Yeah, just sort of driving through. If you curve through, that's really good. Get through the orange.
Second.
Oh, it's gonna be good home though. The weight's real good.
On va la couper. Hein. That level. So you go half met behind. Yeah. Your ball in front. So you roll yours or under it, roll the yellow. Yeah. Allez, c'est tout pour toi là. Soit t'as le pied contre la sienne ou prendre le jack. Allez.
So as you can see in the corner of the screen, plenty of other games going on this morning, and the live scores for all of those can be found on the World Bowls and Guernsey Indoor Bowling website. So we'll be covering this main rink as our feature rink for this morning, with the match between Hong Kong, China and New Zealand. We've also got a static live stream on the Guernsey Indoor Bowling YouTube channel to show the match between Ireland and Scotland.
That's a great bowl from Shannon. Turn up Taylor's.
Yeah, played good weight in there just to move the front bowl into the shot wood.
Lucky.
Similar approach there by Gloria, just looking to get round into New Zealand shot bowl or the jack.
It is. I think you're playing a similar shot. Changing it up's good for us.
One roll of orange brings the other.
Yes, it would. Onto me's fine. I mean, it could actually sit down and go for 3 if you land in between.
Good Mary Jack.
Yeah, because the jack's just in front of mine, so if that flops, it could go good for us as well.
Always good to hear the players calling.
That's clear instructions.
Stick with it. We're holding one.
Yeah, pulled it a bit tight there. Good weight for the job. Suspect Hong Kong, China will be looking at something similar. Stanley's got his 2 orange bowls there just behind.
Pareil, mais avec un tout petit peu plus de fond. On va essayer de devenir un peu lancer de boule.
And New Zealand do have best back, so don't see Gloria playing a firing shot. Although it would be a slight improvement if there's only 1 down at the back rather than 2. But it would leave Shannon a lot of room to get in again.
Trying to get. I'm afraid.
Yeah, weighted shot on the backhand coming down here. Timed weight, looking for the shot wood. She has got that perfectly and sat in herself a shot.
Yeah, it's a great shot. Nice controlled weight.
Shannon will play more there. Punches yellow in. To send the jack right back. They've got 2 at the back of the rink now.
So, good effort. Always had the option, rest that or just turn his own up. Like the previous shots he had.
So, first end and 1 shot goes the way of Hong Kong, China. Just had a question in the Facebook comments as to where the event's being held. So this year it's being held in Guernsey in the Channel Islands. So the event is run by World Bowls and the International Indoor Bowls Council. So it varies between the Southern Hemisphere and Northern each year. So last year it was in Australia and this year it's come over to the small island of Guernsey. And I believe next year it's back in Australia. So we're just going to flash the format up on the screen for you here. So we're playing 2 sets of 7 ends, and then if needed there's a 1 end tie break. It's 3 bowls for the pairs. There's no killed ends, and the respot position for this championships is the centre respot. So it goes back on the middle tee rather than using the side spots. Yeah, should I pull that up?
It's open. So good try again from Stanley. Fraction short. Taylor's got the weight. Slight adjustment on the land would be good.
So final bowl here from Stanley, looking to get round his own and down to the jack. He's made the trip. Just through the jack, and I think he's probably holding shot wood there. Taylor's just slightly high and a bit overweight. Not a bad position though, just through the jack. Oh, close for resting the New Zealand bowl there. Would have been in for another shot, but just running through the head. Shannon now should really have got down the other end when Gloria went down. So rules of this championships are that leads are not permitted to visit the head, and skips may only visit after their second bowl, just to keep the game moving. And I mean, for us it's good because it encourages communication between the lead and the skip, so we can see exactly what they're thinking. Looks like he's playing a similar shot to Gloria from Hong Kong, China there, just looking to rest in from the outside bowl, draw another shot. If he does happen to be a bit over the weight, he may well catch the jack back to his. Certainly trundling up close to it, makes contact. Decent effort, just got stuck on Stanley's wood there.
De l'autre côté, je fais un patine un peu derrière.
Draw it this way now. It's still one down. That one's 2 bowls short.
So I've just pulled up the league table standings here as we're now getting into the latter end of the group stages. New Zealand currently topping their group following their win over England. 3 wins from 3 games. Great effort there by Shannon. I'm not quite sure he's got that one. So second place in the group is England. Hong Kong, China are down in 4th position. Played 3, won 1 but lost 2. So really looking for a win here to continue in the mixed pairs championship. Wow, good trail there by Gloria. Back to her 3 bowls. So New Zealand have beaten Singapore, the USA and England for their 3 wins from 3. Hong Kong were beaten by England, then beaten by Singapore, but beat France in the last match. France on the green now, currently playing against Singapore, and the live scores from all of the other matches that are on this morning can be found on the World Bowls and Guernsey Under Bowling websites. So there you can keep up to date with the other matches that are on the go.
So that's what Shannon's seeing from the mat end. Looks like they might be talking about backhand heavy wood.
Certainly looks like an option. There's a nice channel down there.
Timed it.
Well, he's picked the jack up off of one of his woods.
He's yellow at the front.
Yeah, it does look like the yellow at the front.
Yellow at the front, that's run forward. That's certainly close for a shot.
Looks like the measure might be coming out here. There's a few bowls that are potentially in contention for second wood. New Zealand there conceding that one of the Hong Kong bowls is next closest, so just the one shot there to New Zealand, so tied 1-1 after 2 ends. Good opening bowl there by Stanley. So having won the last end, Taylor of course has placed the mat and sent the jack, but Stanley appears to have found the length better there with his first bowl. Another good wood from Stanley of Hong Kong, China. Rests the zone and gets a toucher on the jack.
Go down there, forehand. Yep, right through it.
There you go, clear instructions from the skip that he, like his lead, to splat the head. Play the balls and jack him right through. Plenty of weight on the forehand. Just gonna struggle to come down from there. Stanley's just drawing another bowl in there, putting the pressure on. 3 shots now to Hong Kong.
So, certainly a good end, but target for Shannon. I'd expect them to be similar weight trundling through.
Okay. Yep.
Oh, well played. Great shot.
Well, he caught that jack clean. So he's spin the camera around now. We're going to have a look at the jack position in the ditch. So it has stayed within the confines of the rink. I think it gave the bit of ball marker a bit of a shock there. Jack's ended up under his feet. So Shannon's bowler stayed fairly central in the green. Bit of room now that Gloria can use to draw in. Taking plenty of green with the bowl there. Jack is of course right on the edge of the rink. That's a little way short. Shannon's also a way short there, but has made another shot bowl.
Could be down to that last one, Shannon.
Ouais, prends un peu plus là.
Taylor was indicating there that possibly the last bowl is close for shot. Well, he's found a line through there.
Well done.
Drawn in for another shot. So Glory of Hong Kong China has another bowl, I suspect. Certainly one down. Close for a second shot. Needs to give it good weight this time and run up towards the ditch. There is certainly room for a draw. That's not made it either.
All about almost 2 yards. Couldn't quite find it there.
There we go. Stanley's conceded 2 shots there from Hong Kong, so that's 2 shots to New Zealand, which makes the score 3-1 after 3 ends. Good leading ball there by Taylor, right behind the jack. Interesting range of bowls being used on this rink this morning. Mix of Hensellites and Taylors out there, so Gloria's opting for a Henselite Dreamline XG. Stanley with his orange bowls is a Taylor Vector, size 4, and the New Zealand lead, Taylor's using a Taylor Redline. And finally Shannon, the New Zealand skip, is using a Dreamline XG. So both the skips are using Henselite Dreamlines there.
So as a bowl much tighter than we use often in the UK.
Pretty hard to improve.
Don't know why the difference is. The UK will go for a slightly wider bias quite a lot.
Over here, anything they, they're doing really well.
So Shannon just saying, just being there. He's preferring not quite a dead draw, but anything just over. Fraction further than he intended, but still a very useful home.
Well, Stanley could have been done with being up there. He's left those 3 short of the jack. Leaves Gloria with a bit of work to do this end. Just had a question through about the hosting of this event and the volunteers used. So all of our board markers and markers for the event are volunteers, as are we, and supported by International Indoor Bowls Council, who have sent a couple of representatives over, and of course some external support from World Bowls in Australia. We've had 30 countries come over to the island for this year's championships, which is great to see. Most of those are sent to both a male and female competitor, who then combine in the mixed pairs championships. Guernsey Indoor Bowling Association is a completely volunteer-run club, so great that we've been able to manage to arrange and organise and host these championships here this year. Certainly been well embraced by the island and given a lot of support by the media and government here.
You are from the volleyball, so like just high.
Sounded like a great shot from somebody somewhere on the rink. So all of the rinks are covered by live scoring, which is available on the Guernsey Indoor Bowling and World Bowls websites. So you can keep up to date with the scores as they tick up every end of every match. And we're also providing a static camera live stream of Rink 5, which currently has a match between Ireland and Scotland. So that's just an additional extra rink if people want to follow a specific country. Trying to cover as many countries as possible in this championship through live streaming every session that we can. Hong Kong, China are struggling to find the jack on this end. Currently sitting 3 down. So, crucial ball here from Gloria, needs to look to cut down and draw one in. Are of course playing 2 sets of 7 ends, so big counter score can soon see the set run away from you. Looks like Stanley likes the green on it. Oh, he doesn't look far away either. He's got to run a bit more. That's a brilliant bowl at a crucial moment in the match.
Well played.
3 down to 1 up.
Yeah, that's the way it is. Although New Zealand had quite a few good bowls, and Hong Kong had a really loose end there. One single bowl with the last bowl makes all the difference. Also, the reason why a lot of the time people will give the jack away on a tie break, because it's that one single bowl and nobody can do anything about it.
Yes, that certainly tightens the scoreline. Now 3-2 to New Zealand after 4 ends. So Hong Kong, China now only trailing by 1 shot. 3 ends to go in this set.
Not much actually, you just passed the tea.
It's a little quiet in the Guernsey Bowl Stadium this morning. It's an early start. It's only just 9 o'clock. I see plenty of people arriving throughout the day, and we are still in the group stages. Another day of group stages, and then we'll move to the knockouts on Friday before our finals day, which is Saturday.
Yeah, that's Jack High, so you can go under it. Four. And 10.
Oh, right. Oh, shoot. Great.
Right, Taylor.
Better ball there from Taylor, well adjusted from her first.
You're not at the store a couple of feet, you try and slip inside the hole.
Yep, you're
Good
Jack
place from
High.
Stanley.
Drop inside
Fraction
the
over.
back orange line.
He got a hold of that. That was very useful for him.
Go on a wee bit, before long there. I'm cleaning.
Taylor, of course, had good success outdoors, picking up 2 bronze medals in the 2022 Commonwealth Games.
I'm tight.
Very good.
So hear the different accents out there. That was Lauren Dion from USA next door. We've had Singapore the other side. So great to see so many different countries.
Elle est quasiment sur la même ligne.
Yeah, we're holding one.
Stanley's interested, running up towards the jack.
You got the one.
In the area here, Mary.
Certainly good to hear the players' comments, the interaction on the pairs.
Very good.
Makes it easier here as well if we're not quite sure who's shot. The shout out was still one.
Yeah, the overhead camera angle normally gives us a really good idea, and particularly useful for seeing the tactics behind some of the shots they're playing.
Oh, like that. You'll help in that. Allez, faut profiter là. Allez, encore.
Quite clearly see there that Gloria's got quite a good opportunity to arrest the shotwood. Just ran past and caught the other New Zealand bowl. You can see from that angle particularly well that that's just moved it round and made the trail less useful for Hong Kong China. Fairly straightforward bowl here from New Zealand. Just looking to draw another. Certainly very close to it.
I favor this for shot.
Very well bowled, and they have the two backwards as well, so even if Gloria of Hong Kong China arrives down on the forehand, brings the jack out, and respots on that centre tee that you can see at the bottom of the screen, so they'd still be 2 down. Bit of a discussion between the two players. Again, a few shots down and don't want to make a big shot loss at this stage. From the way they were pointing at it, like they were going to try and draw on the back of the shot wood just to keep it to one shot down.
I think that's what I'll be looking at. Just a draw. If you play any weights, you could spring it out and make yourself still 2 down. Room for Shannon for another one. So you haven't really gained much. So a draw, you know, wouldn't be able to move you away. Certainly lining up for that hand.
Looks like it's greened well. Just to slip past those front ones. Has done.
Well, maximum result there. Maximum result.
Very confident shot there to play over the weight and look to sit the wood out. Plenty of danger with springing that jack out of the rink and going 2 down. But she's got away with it, played it really well. Yeah, New Zealand can be confident with this. Opportunity to move the jack for some more shots. If they're swinging down to the front for the shot bowl, might turn it away. Although he's playing with XGs, which are fairly tight woods, so I don't know whether he would get the swing for that. But so just showing you from the mat end of the rink what sort of thing the players can see.
The orange one's not quite in the way of the greys. Still very tight to it.
So he's made his mind up, keeping the camera view of the head in the corner of the screen there for you, so you can see what he's playing down to there on the forehand. Don't know if he just wasn't confident in the shot there or just didn't quite give it the green it needed, but either way, one shot goes the way of Hong Kong, which ties up the set at 3-all after 5 ends. So Hong Kong, having won the last 2 ends, can keep the jack length to their preference. playing down and back up the rink now to complete the 7 ends that would be the first set.
Just getting away from Petal from Norfolk Island. Another, for us, distant visitor. I've travelled similar distance to New Zealand. Probably near enough the other side of the world if you put a pin all the way through.
Yep, certainly very willing to travel though, and always appear to enjoy their bowls very much.
It works really good.
Good bowl there by Stanley. Hong Kong need to be looking to, or whoever needs to be looking to score a couple of shots here, because they will of course not have the last bowl going into the final end of this set. So it just helps with that buffer slightly.
Great effort.
Well, I have to say, Josh, I can't believe how sensible we've been in the rabbit hutch so far this morning. Is it because we're on the first hour, so we're not going to stir crazy yet?
It's the first hour and first cup of tea, so plenty of time for us to deteriorate from here.
I say first hour, it's a lot longer than that so far. First hour of actual commentary. But set up and all that before. With all our, I say all our technical guys, but our fellow cameraman.
Well, there's also all the other hats on as well, getting the stadium ready for the championships each morning.
And what time are you starting on, was it Friday?
Friday morning we have a local radio station who's coming into the Guernsey Indoor Bowl Stadium to host their morning radio show. Didn't realise how early their morning radio show starts, so we'll be opening the stadium at 5:30 in the morning for them, so that they can do final setup and start their show at 6 o'clock in the morning. Bit of regret in agreeing to that, but it should be good publicity in the island and for bowls locally, so we've got to take every opportunity. Really looking to maximise interest in the sport during this event, so trying to get as involved and be as accommodating to the media as possible. Certainly good feedback so far.
Yeah, we've had a lot of positive comments about the YouTube feed, and it's Facebook Live, it's World Bowls Facebook Live, World Bowls YouTube, and Guernsey Indoor Bowling YouTube. So a lot of positive comments, so it's nice to see. Appreciate that they get to see top quality bowling. Who they follow on the green, or their fellow countrymen or family or whatever they're watching. So thanks for those positive comments.
Well, Gloria's just run through there, managed to find just a gap between the New Zealand bowls. Sorry, New Zealand bowl and Hong Kong bowl. Looks like Hong Kong still hold one with Stanley's shot. Both squinting at the monitor now, but
It's close for second. I think you just like to draw it with this one. If you land yours, you know, your shot. We're one down if it's right where my foot is. If it goes right through, then we've got 2, 3 if you go with it. Thing is, if we, you know, just for, yeah.
just listening in here to the conversation between New Zealand pairing. giving Shannon a couple of shot options there. There's a dead draw, or he can play some weight if he's more confident. Opted for the draw. Still got one bowl left after this. Certainly close to it.
Same gap.
Yeah, it does give Hong Kong China an interesting headache though now with Gloria's last bowl coming up. Could be 3 down at the back if New Zealand decide to play the jack through,
Yeah,
which would obviously be pretty damaging going into the last end.
we already know Shannon can certainly play the weighted shots. If he gets a jack, goes back for 3. Depends what in the head moves back. And if he's just under, gets the orange. 2 Hong Kong bowls go. It may take one of Shannon's away, but should leave them with shot. So he's certainly got an option to hit it.
He absolutely nailed that firing shot a couple of ends ago. So Hong Kong taking the sensible option, putting a bowl behind towards the centre of respot position.
See if we can show you that.
It's just zoomed in our camera here and can see really good shot here of the head and how it's laid out. That's a most recent bowl from Gloria, sat at the back of the rink there, protecting against New Zealand playing a firing shot at the sort of bare jack where they would be holding 3 at the back of the rink. Going to be a backhand draw, I think. Forehand certainly looks awkward around that orange bowl.
Still playing some weight.
Yeah, must be looking for contact with the orange wood. Just got a little high there. Caught his own out. Just jumping back to the shot over the head. So 1 ball removed in favour of Hong Kong China. Looking round at potentially a second.
So I called the umpire on. See what they can sort out.
Yeah, it's an important measure this. They could really do with 2 going into the last end. Would put them 2 ahead without last bowl. Just offers that little bit of protection on a tiebreak, well, effectively a tiebreak end, although it's not. Well, last end of the set.
Last end, yep. So this is Alan Thornhill, one of the ITOs representing World Bowls. So as we all have, we have our umpires. Umpires go on. You can be international or do some slightly bigger events, but with a bit more training or testing, you can be an ITO, and they do all the top events representing World Bowls, so Commonwealth Games, this World Bowls Indoor Championships, also do the World Bowls Outdoors. So they get to travel as well and see a few different places, a few different people, top players, different countries.
So the umpire removing the Hong Kong bowl there. So 2 shots to Hong Kong China, puts them 2 ahead going into the final end. Scoreline 5-3. I'll flash that up on the screen for you. So New Zealand needing a 2 to draw, 3 to take the win of the set.
Right on top, you got it.
So, opening bowl by Hong Kong China's lead. Stanley there, very good. Nice and close to the jack. Both skips there looking over at Harry Goodwin, who's playing for England on rink 1, just calling Becky his lead in. And all the live scores from all the other matches that are on this morning and throughout the day are available on the World Bowls and Guernsey Underbowling website via the live scoring.
Confident draw, little toucher.
So you can keep up to date on how games are progressing end by end and follow those. And we're also providing a static camera live stream of Rink 5 this morning on the Guernsey Underbowling YouTube, where Ireland are playing Scotland. Currently 12-2 in favour of Ireland there. So it's a combination of Scotland and the Falkland Islands. So if you have a particular favourite country, we try and cover as many as possible, so you can potentially follow that match as well on the Guernsey Underbowling YouTube channel. Not a commentated live stream, but just additional extra for you. Stanley looking to follow up here and draw another good shot. Certainly played it well.
Played it well, just created a bit of a target.
You play it either way, you just play it. You can play just take punch. Whether it's there, you can the bowl jack or down there, either or, you get the same result.
There's probably more chance of being through down here. It's going to be hard not to roll the front of the jack.
It doesn't matter.
Elle est pour toi la place.
If you get the outside, and the jack comes here, it's actually probably better there, to be honest. Yeah, because that's only one bowl short.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you just work off that. The jack goes more that way. It keeps this one here in play.
Alright.
So really good call from Shannon. If you don't get your exact target, you play the outside wood, move the jack towards your own.
Not far away. If it has the weight, it's going to be good.
Hurry now. I'll play so. That's fine.
Pretty much perfect bowl there, squeezing through, catching the jack. Backhand draw here by Gloria. Decent bowl. Nicely up to the jack. Couldn't have drawn that much better. Side toucher. Asking questions again in New Zealand. Stanley's 2 front bowls now making the gap slightly awkward for them.
On a plus, elle est à 20-25 devant.
So Shannon there looking to play the gap between those 2 orange bowls, which you can see in the small screen on the left. Just getting around and punching one of Hong Kong China's. Oh, no, sorry, that's Taylor's red bowl, isn't it? So punches New Zealand bowl through to the back, which provides some extra protection should the jack be headed that way.
If he didn't have 2 seconds before, he's definitely got 2 seconds now. So he's still got to play a similar shot for the 3. So what does Gloria? She could do with another one in to cover that.
So decision made, shot called. You can see from this angle how the head looks. Does look inviting down there on the forehand between those 2 orange bowls for New Zealand. So Hong Kong just looking to protect against the result of them playing that shot. I know some players who might look to drop a bowl in the gap there and block it up, but I'm not sure we've seen any of that play from the Hong Kong-China pairing. So continuing on with the draw here.
Oh.
That was a little dangerous. Made it to the back now though, so New Zealand do need to be a little careful on the way. Shannon House still 2 bowls to play, so one after this one. So looking to play that gap again. See the bowl bending towards the head. Does look slightly under the line though. Might catch the front orange. Only very slightly.
So he's had one either side of it. So hopefully he's learned from that.
I wonder if that was Stanley there suggesting that blocker might be in order. He did indicate resting on his 2 front bowls just to make the shot harder for Shannon to pull off. Yeah, change of hand there for Gloria. It's on a decent track. Just the wrong side of that orange bowl. Wanted to be just underneath and block the gap up to prevent New Zealand playing down there and springing the jack out. He's had 2 goes at it, Shannon, so you'd have thought that he should be very close to this 3rd bowl. Not an easy shot to play, just timing it and timing the way the bowl bends into the head. He's just the other side again. Catches Gloria's in. Could have got some jack movement there, but no luck this time. 1 ball removed in favour of Hong Kong China. Looking at 2nd shot now. But that certainly means a first set win in favour of Hong Kong China, calling the umpire on to just finalise the scoreline. Shots do matter in this championship, so if a group is drawn on games 1 and sets 1, then it'll go down to the shot difference. That's Martin, the umpire on the green. Hasn't done many of the morning sessions, but he's here with us this morning. Certainly a range of bowlers at this event, which is brilliant to see. A lot of different countries, islands, represented here, looking across the flags around the stadium. Jersey, Isle of Man, Hong Kong, China, Hungary, Jamaica, Scotland of course, Norfolk Island, Spain, Japan, South Africa. Brilliant array of different countries and standards of bowls seen across the week. Hoping to showcase plenty of that on the live streaming here.
And the marker was just trying to throw us slightly there. Just put the score the wrong side, so just to confirm, that measure went to New Zealand, but Hong Kong had one already taken out, so 6-3 to Hong Kong in that first set. There's confirmation of your score come up.
Some good bowls there from the leads, certainly finding their targets now, which is great to see. Makes it for interesting heads. Little touch there from Taylor, just moves the jack towards the Hong Kong China bowl. Stanley following up with a third good wood. Not quite making it, but does make it awkward now on the forehand for New Zealand. Plenty of support out there online for New Zealand, and great to hear and see that so many of you are watching from around the world. Certainly a well followed bowls team.
Good evening for New Zealand. Would have had your tea by now. Sat down for a wine on the sofa.
Close effort here from the Hong Kong China skip. Just looking to drop inside of Stanley's bowl, which she has done. Thought that was going to sit on the jack and just squeeze it forward then, but has stayed up at the moment. Shannon there just playing a bit of a tight line. Might get a ride off of the front orange. Has done. Well, that settled in perfectly for him.
A little apology from Taylor there. Whether it's shot or not. Acknowledged it was certainly not what he intended to do.
Played it with enough weight to make the trip though, so got a result out of it.
we'll also just bring you a little ticker tape up so you can catch up with the scores across all the rinks. Won't read them out, let you read them as you want.
If it hit by Gloria, just the wrong side of that yellow bowl. Stanley looked like he was calling.
Sat
well.
around down.
Yes.
The one down, the shot is that far off.
There you go. Confirmation from the player that that's actually sat down for shot.
You're still playing down there. You know, get onto you, pop out.
Really good angle here over the head, showing position of all the bowls and where any jack movement might cause the shot to change.
Yeah, it looks like just the yellow it's locked in, so it will just squeeze the shot away.
Yeah, but if it does get down to the jack and squeeze in and out, Taylor's got those two that are just short, I think.
I think you're looking to play through yours. Make two, possibly. Yeah.
Playing it with confidence. Touch higher than the last one. Needed more contact on his own bowl there to squeeze the shot away.
Yeah, he caught the other one first. It took all the weight off. He needed to get contact with his first.
Brilliant effort. Just half a bowl wide.
Got to be close again.
Yeah, this isn't far away either.
Actually.
I did see that happening. That's what New Zealand were playing for, sort of squeezing the jack across to Taylor's bowls. So Gloria's just sent that with a bit too much weight, I think. Managed to squeeze the jack out, and New Zealand now hold shot bowl. Plenty of changing of shot wood this end.
Exactly, yeah. Orange is a fine result too.
So this is the mixed pairs group stage match. New Zealand having won 3 out of 3 of their games in the group so far.
Yeah, Hong Kong, China have won 1, so they need to win to keep their hopes alive in the competition.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that Hong Kong, one of those countries impacted by the lost baggage, so they've now got their own bowls and shoes and kit back, so don't know if that's meant they're more competitive. They've taken the first set here against New Zealand. So it's good to see them back looking comfortable. So just zooming your camera in there, apologies for any seat sickness we've just caused, but getting ready for another tie 10 between these two teams. Good lead bowl there from Taylor, settled just 3 or 4 inches behind the jack there.
c'est notre deuxième tour.
Ah, si tu me prends la carte comme ça, elles vont faire au jack. Avec les grands, ça
Ouais, ouais, ouais. Et ça se gratis, quoi.
Oui, bah de toute façon, si tu joues en bas, en haut, t'auras pas la thune.
Where you going, mate? Decent, good.
So confirmation there of the current scoreline, which is 1-0 in favour of New Zealand after this first end of the second set. Better bowl from Stanley here. Second wood.
One. He played those well. Line's really good. Only the last another foot.
Learn go down south. Any day now. Good knee, Mike.
Is that alright?
Scary.
Ah, it's okay. I was gonna
從手打落嚟啦，唔怕。輸咗差唔多啦。從手打落嚟，輸嘅差唔多嘅，最多都係輸兩個。
Stanley's good again here. Running up towards Shotwood. Settles in off that nicely. Big ball coming down on the rink next door from Singapore, I think. And of course you can follow all the live scores from those games on the World Bowls and Guernsey Indoor Bowling websites. So you can keep up to date as those ends tick up. We've also got a static camera live stream of our Rink 5 here on the stadium, which is currently showing Ireland against Scotland and the Falkland Islands. That's just an additional extra for you. That can be found on the Guernsey Indoor Bowling YouTube channel for people that want to follow those countries in particular.
Quite like it. Very good chance here, mate.
Close here from Shannon.
But
Managed to find the jack as well, punching it through to Taylor's bowl. This viewpoint providing the perfect display of where the bowls just sat and how the jacks just moved through there. You can see how much green the players are taking. Gloria using heads like Dreamlines. Bending back well on this rink. Brilliant shot, Wood.
Just there, it's a bowl, low, like the front of it, the back of it, sorry, is in line with the jack.
You've got to play your ball, kind of thing. Back one. Try and land it sort of towards the inside.
Yep, you can do that. If you prefer that hand and you like that last shot, you could play onto that too. You pick it. They're both options.
So an option either hand for Shannon of New Zealand.
Yep. Go for it. There is a shot there. Well, if you like it there, I mean, you can get it off mine. Yeah, it's on the edge. You commit to that, right through it.
Opting to play weight through the shot wood there. Bring you this angle so we can see that coming down in towards the head. And that nowhere near enough green. Just dipping away from him. You can also see from this angle the two bowls sat behind the jack there. One for each team now. Glory's got another good bowl.
Fell out, but superb effort.
Might put Shannon off playing that backhand shot now. Certainly not going to get the wood clean.
If you play some of these first, you will.
It's got to move two balls.
Literally
I think.
like, yeah.
That's it then. Well, it doesn't move even. This is not
If you played it with your first shot, you get it.
Well, you need a smidge more weight.
Yep.
Let it move through two balls.
Yep.
So, sounds like Shannon's just planning to play the orange that you can see there between the two yellows onto Taylor's red ball, which should then find the jack. Just coming back down to the head again to take another look. Perhaps doesn't like all the connections as much. Certainly favoured the backhand shot when it was available. Gloria's last bowl though, probably making that very difficult.
Yeah. So this side over here is a lot easier. Just that orange one. Like if I just run through this one here, they just peel off.
Yeah, if he runs on
It's almost like
to that last bowl, which is
I think you've got to have
just short grey wood,
so
then
you can see that.
might get both away.
Yeah.
My view is we'll cause some movement on the jack, which will go back towards Stanley's bowl, but they might both get away clean.
Sometimes it's too many options. Come back.
I'll just see what weight he uses. He's playing quite a lot.
Close to it. See him make contact there. See the jack headed back. He's gone straight back though. Just going to swing the camera around for you here. So this view here providing the perfect overlook of the head. Looks like Gloria's bowl went back with it, which is the just short grey bowl, probably holding shot there, I would think. He's close between that and Taylor's bowl, which is just off the edge of the ditch. As you can see, not a great deal of room on the bank here in Guernsey, so hence this overhead position is just perfect for the venue here. Doesn't get in the way of the players at all. Nice and unintrusive. Most people don't even notice them. Gloria opting for the bowl down the left hand side of the green here, looking to slip under the orange. Has done so. Almost made contact with Taylor's bowl and into the ditch, but actually enough contact to stop her own ball from going into the ditch and making shot wood. So just hear Taylor there declaring 2 shots to Hong Kong.
The one I hit. The back one. Yeah, I got it.
so much the same as your last bowl. Drew a touch out, didn't work.
Good exchange of bowls here from the Leeds. Certainly having a good battle between themselves this morning. I knew this would be a very good game to start off day 4 of the Championships. Taylor's red line certainly working well here. Just running over the weight. Oh, her bowl also just jumped out of the way of the one coming down there. Otherwise that would have stopped her somewhere in the head. So just a reminder on the scores. Currently 2-1 in favour of Hong Kong China after 2 ends in the second set. They did of course take the first set win and display those scores at the bottom of the screen for you. Good draw here in by Gloria. Good first bowl from her. As you can see, there's plenty of other games going on this morning, and all the live scores from those matches are available on the World Bowls and Guernsey Indoor Bowling website. So suggest heading over there and checking those out. You can follow the scores as they tick up end by end. Obviously only able to stream a certain number of rinks, so we have this main commentary rink, which this morning is the mixed pairs group stage between Hong Kong, China and New Zealand. And we do also have a static sort of fixed camera stream of rink 5 here in Guernsey, which is the mixed pairs group stage match between Ireland and a combination of the Scotland and Falkland Islands. Shannon drawing well in there. So that's some long days there, Mr. Merrion. Silent yawn next to me. It's still only the first session of the day.
Yeah, I think more tea needed.
It's on the way. We've sent our trusty camera fellow over to get us some more tea.
Yesterday I think it was a bucket of tea in the end, and today might be the same.
Nice bowl there by Gloria. Drawing in for Shotwood, resting up off of Stanley's. Probably a fair comment there in the Facebook chat about the static live stream not being ideal. I think we agree. I think we'd like more volunteers and people in Guernsey to be able to run 2 full live streams for you, but keen to show as many countries as possible, so having that one available if you are able to follow it. I know Norfolk Island, for example, appreciated the static camera live stream yesterday evening of Geordie's match against Singapore. Did manage to show most of the match and most of the ends as they were played. Obviously you can't quite catch all of the short stuff, all of the really long stuff, but certainly showed the brilliant finale to that match. So interesting head developing here. Shannon's got a... Well, no, that back bowl from Gloria that's just come in has prevented him running through. He's going to have to time it to about where Taylor's indicating with her foot. Just slipping under his front yellow bowl.
every chance. You're in the channel. One.
Well, just enough there from Shannon. Turn the shot away. So just enough. They're having a look at it. But hit his target. Did well. Trust the old tape coming out. Players are entitled to measure. They're not required to, but they can choose to. And if they don't agree, or if they choose not to measure, they can go straight to the ITOs.
I think it's fair to say most of the players are quite confident in measuring here, so for simpler ones like this, they'll get down and do it themselves. For more complex stuff, where bowls are stood up or different equipment's required, they'll soon call in the ITOs. So, good conversion there by Shannon. 2 shots going the way of New Zealand, now leading Hong Kong China by 3 shots to 2. Still early in the set. We are, of course, playing sets of 7 ends, so 4 ends still to go.
How was my weight?
Cracking start by Taylor. Just got a little touch.
Decent response from Stanley.
So the emergency supply of tea has arrived. We were very grateful for that.
Oh, another great bowl by Taylor, just sitting inside of Hong Kong China's first wood there. We do, of course, get a player profile from each of the players, so we know a little bit about them. Stanley, we spoke about yesterday, he's a fan of oysters, but I've also just noticed he also likes shrimp, so a bit of a theme going there with the seafood. And drinks with milk, so I think tea will probably qualify. I suspect he meant lattes more, but there we go.
Maybe.
Or milkshakes, possibly.
Well, being an island, there's plenty of fish if you want it, so he'll be at home over here if he join his stay.
And of course, Guernsey, well renowned for its famous herd of Guernsey cows with its Guernsey milk, so must make sure he gets some drinks with milk during his stay here in Guernsey. Not far away from playing the bowl or the jack, he's got both of them. Good shot wood coming in there from Stanley, certainly improved the position ahead of his skips bowls. Nice to see so many viewers joining us on this live stream to countries with a big interest in bowls, Hong Kong, China and New Zealand. So really pleased we can bring you coverage of this event from the small island of Guernsey for this year's World Bowls Indoor Championships.
On there.
definitely shot until it fell over.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Taylor seemed quite happy when it was stood up, and as soon as it sat back down, it was just a single clap.
Very close to shot. I think you're playing that same. Favour yours actually. I think we've got the one. So you play that again.
Good height again there on the bowl from Gloria. Going to swing down well on this rink. I think all the players are finding it nice and swingy here in Guernsey. Just a bit overweight.
I mean, it does line up to that one. If you carve off the jack, you need the jack to go out. This works fine. You can make it work. I think we go for it. Yeah.
Take the opportunity.
Have a crack at just get the orange onto orange.
So New Zealand just taking a minute to discuss what shot they're looking to play next. He almost indicated he might fancy the forehand down onto the yellow bowl. Send the two oranges out.
Yeah, they've also got the tee, so they'll be alright there. If he's not sure if he's holding or not.
Yeah, he's played it with weight, straight down the middle of the green. Oh, that was close.
I rocked in my chair, I thought the jack was moving.
Yeah, I was almost sure he had that. Would have flicked it out and gone into the centre tee respot position. Does Gloria play a backward or draw another? I suppose if she took, are you thinking that New Zealand are holding? Is that the look you just gave me?
No, that it's last wood.
Oh, it is last wood. Okay, she's looking to try the jack then.
You're giving New Zealand full woods there.
And you let me change all the camera angles ahead of the New Zealand bowl that wasn't going to come.
Probably worth keeping that pace.
So the umpire Martin's on again to decide on shot bowl for us.
On the practice day, they went out to see a few things, some of the fortifications from during the Second World War.
No, the umpires.
The
The umpires, yes, yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't very clear.
Just thought I'd
Yeah,
clarify.
Yeah, the umpires went out for a bit of a tour. Guernsey was, well, the Channel Islands were the only British Isles territory that was occupied by the Germans. So there's a lot of legacy from their little visit that's still around. It's interesting. When we were younger, the parents didn't really talk about it, but once you get a bit older and it's a bit less raw, the history is quite interesting. People come and see it.
So the score lines updated on your screen there. That measure did go in favour of New Zealand, so currently leading Hong Kong China by 4 shots to 2. 3 ends left to play in this set. Hong Kong China, of course, taking the first set in this matchup. Good starting bowl there by Taylor.
Lovely reply,
Oh, either way,
Stanley.
really.
Always a little bit of a catch with the wood jack eye.
Ball either side. You back heavy.
Where centre bowl is always helpful.
Well played, Taylor.
Yeah, Shannon certainly appreciated that one. Right on it. Stanley's got the same again.
And he's played the same again.
Oh, it's a bit unlucky there.
Yeah, same.
Played another good bowl.
Look at that.
Certainly been a good battle between the leads.
Slightly inside the last, but it's
Gently does it.
okay.
Oh, got away with that. Thought to spring the jack out to the orange wood if Stanley's there.
Also just gave a little bit more target when she was dead behind it. A bit more difficult.
Given how close Stanley's bowls are behind, I suspect we'll see a little bit of weight from Gloria, but not a lot. Unless you think there's an option to kill it, which I suppose it would go back on the tee. Should actually probably end up on a similar position to where it is now.
Yeah,
Just the
I think if enough weight to kill it, will move the orange bowls anyway. So
yeah, true.
don't see him playing that. But I thought Stanley might have just been there instead of just a dead draw, just arriving. You've got a couple of yards before the ditch, so just a yard, stay on if you miss. Nestling in amongst them.
So following Stanley up and playing down a similar line. Looking just to get to that jack. Not far away. Swinging well. Played the shot wood as well. Great ball. Oh.
That's unlucky from Gloria. Another good shot.
Not quite enough to turn the bowl over. Just rocked it up and fell back.
Just show the other side.
See Shannon's 2 bowls there occupying the back of the green.
It's a bit heavy, but very useful. Both trying to put them behind, but not quite as far. Just looks like a draw for Shannon, and his line was right on it, so I think that's all he was trying.
Yeah, playing a slightly high line. Just diving down now. He wanted really to slip just inside of that wood and get to the orange.
Now it's a slightly bigger target from the forehand for Gloria, but, for the jack or land her own bowl. So percentages to get one, land on the orange, probably fall over, may even move it forward to hers. Outside chance of 2. There's a possibility of playing her own on the backhand. Get the New Zealand one out clean. You might make 4 if she stays thereabouts, but not an easy shot. So she's got a couple of options. Looks like she's sticking on her backhand, so left hand side down the green. Oh, there she is playing weight.
Playing really direct at that. Got the 2 orange bowls. One of those was locked in though.
Actually rocked it in.
Yeah, that certainly makes it interesting. Still 1 shot to New Zealand there though. Taylor's got hold of the jack.
Not bad, mate. Not far.
Well, I don't know, maybe one of these, they're both risky.
Alright.
Maybe try
Probably there.
ours.
Yep.
So scoreline now for you. 5 shots to New Zealand, 2 to Hong Kong, China after 5 ends. So 2 ends left to play in the second set. New Zealand do need to win this, having lost the first set to Hong Kong. Currently doing well, 3 shots up.
It's good. White's good.
You hear a big bowl coming down there from Lauren Dion of the USA, and you can follow the live scores of all the other matches that are on today on the Guernsey Inter Bowling website or World Bowls website. And that's got the end by end updates, live scoring of all the matches that are going on.
White's really good.
Yeah,
So.
I think this is shot. And I think that's safe.
Looking at these player profiles, I do wonder if one of the qualifying questions to get into the selection for this event was, do you like seafood? We've obviously spoken about Stanley this morning and his love of shrimps and oysters. Looking at Shannon, he's simply put favourite food is seafood. Taylor likes sushi, which is also fish. Gloria's got hot pot, which I'm sure you could probably put some fish in.
Could do.
So, might see both teams here out for dinner together tonight.
If that's the criteria, then I've got a chance.
Of making the team. Decent shot there by Stanley, managed to find the shot wood and rest around for shot.
Her ball in front.
Okay, come on. Run, run.
Back to the goal.
Run, run.
Wider.
Thiên đi không tốt.
That's good.
So cracking ball from Gloria, making New Zealand have a look again.
I mean, it looks there to play it through. There's danger through that one though, that's the only thing.
Yeah, both teams have played incredibly well this game. Been a very interesting matchup. Definitely not over yet. Still 2 ends left to play in this set. And then if New Zealand can hang on to the lead they've created for themselves, we'll be going to a tie break to decide. Shannon's playing down on the backhand, looking underneath Stanley's orange bowls, trying to look for the jack or shot wood. Easy to do, just come tight on it.
Good to see that line. Good.
Okay đó, okay đó. Mình đẩy ra.
I suppose perfect bowl from Hong Kong here would be just to sit slightly high on that backhand, try and catch the jack as New Zealand spring it out. Just looks slightly tight on the line for that though. Weight was good for it.
Only the two still. Yeah.
So Taylor pretty confident. They are 2 shots down at the moment. That would level things up. Sorry, almost level things up and make the score 5-4 going into the final end. New Zealand will be keen to make a score here for sure.
Yeah, just keep close.
Yep.
You can see here from the camera view we've got set up of the player's view of the head how open that forehand is. Small target there looking for the jack or the bowl to spring it out. Backhand gives you much more confidence because you can play down underneath the orange woods. See what Shannon lines up to play. Looks like he's sticking to the backhand.
Got a bit of chance.
Close to it here. Certainly played this much better.
Shannon.
Oh, just missed the jack again. He did that the other end. Just half an inch.
So Hong Kong just indicating the background. That's not without risk. It's if they're a bit over, they might squeeze a jack, which isn't what they want. But looking for those 3 woods, flicking off the yellow to bring them in. But if they get down to Taylor's just behind perfect, there's a chance of 4 shots there. See what weight she tries. The more weight, the more risk, I think. End up playing the shot that Shannon was looking at.
Definitely giving it plenty of green there.
Yeah, I think it was a safe go at the shot. I think maybe it was only 1 if they were looking to play that aggressive.
I think Stanley indicated 2 shots, but we'll see what the marker records on the scoreboard. Yeah, 2 shots there being recorded to Hong Kong, so that brings the scoreline to 5-4 in favour of New Zealand. So certainly tighten things up going into the last end. So Hong Kong behind by 1 shot, but they took the first set, so they just need a draw out of this. So 1 point for Hong Kong to win the match. New Zealand have to score here.
Another good bowl from Taylor. Really consistent drawing. Although Stanley certainly had some in their head. I think Taylor's, for me, would just have the upper hand of this battle of the leads.
Stanley's played it when it counts though. Great shot ball there. Nicely tucked in behind the jack. Oh, and Taylor's just dropped off when she needed it the most. She'll be hoping for a really good third bowl here to redeem this final end when New Zealand have to score to stay in the match. Stanley's just creeping under. He has done.
Oh,
He's played an absolute cracker there. Front and back touches. Certainly piling the pressure on.
Oh, if you want to play... Yeah, I'd go it though. It's pretty hard to score. Yeah, forehand, go for it. It's sort of, these protect your one with sort of driving almost. Yeah.
So listening into the skip there, Shannon calling for a driving wood, playing into the 2 shot bowls. Got to look to change the head here so they can score. Played it strongly on the forehand. So it's not coming down from there though, is it? Left Shannon with a bit of work to do. He's got to get the jack out and then he's got to draw to wherever it ends up.
It's got 3 bowls though. I mean, it's like a tie-break end, he just needs 1. So he's got enough bowls to be able to turn it around himself if he gets it. So yeah, under a bit of pressure, but he's still in his own hands.
Yeah, if you were Gloria here, would you put your bowl on the centre tee respot position in a view that if he hits it, it's definitely going to kill? I know they've got one nearby already, but really putting one there for the jack to be respotted right by the bowl, that's a lot of pressure.
At this stage, I'd knowing that Shannon can play a good fire or running shot, unusually, I think I'd probably go for a blocker.
Oh, she listened to you.
I think
Just
that's-
under the line though.
And I think it's a bit far, really, a bit close.
Yeah.
'Cause even though if on the centre line, he might have still been able to play that straight through.
Yeah, he does play a lot of weight, doesn't he?
I think we'll also see Shannon go big here.
Played it solidly. Making contact with something. It's that blocking wood.
It's too close to the head. It was always had a chance of coming into it.
The jack's well and truly been killed there out the left hand side of the rink and is going back to the centre respot. So one of Hong Kong's bowls moved back with it there. So Shotwood is now about a foot short of the tee. Maybe 18 inches. Certainly drawable by Shannon. He's done the first part of his task for this end. Just getting the jack out. Gloria just running through there.
Well, he's still got that chance.
So as a reminder, New Zealand need to win this end to go to a tie break.
Yeah, I think it's the easiest option.
They lost the first set and are now winning this one by 1 shot. So if Hong Kong were to pick up a shot here, they'd draw the set. Came to Hong Kong. Looks like Taylor's called another running bowl. Shannon's lining up for the same. Played it strongly. Caught another one of the short bowls there on the way down. A little bit further from the target than I expected of him. That bowl.
Yeah, I know he just played a runner, so it's always difficult to draw. But it's not a big target to ditch that jack. And Gloria's got one at the back.
I was going to say there's a Hong Kong bowl at the back as well. I thought he might have even been trying to bounce the jack in near that wood in the ditch, but actually it's against him. So
yeah, I think if he's playing that, he's just got jack clean, and that's all.
He's hoping he'll sit in the ditch with the jack he hits. Having played so many good drawing woods throughout the game, you'd have thought he'd have taken 2 chances to try and draw the shot rather than playing weight with it.
Yeah, and if he didn't get anywhere near with his previous draw, then his second would, then possibly could have.
And it's
gone
given
for
Gloria the
his last.
opportunity to really play one close. So that's now undrawable. He doesn't really have that option anymore, unless he can possibly sneak inside. But it's a
I think it's helped
much
him
more
very
difficult
slightly.
shot. Yeah.
Less weight, land the orange.
Yeah. Got it. Yeah.
Certainly a bowl with plenty of pressure. This is for the game. Well, or to force a tie break.
Yeah, to keep him in the game.
I think the Drawing Starwood over the weight, but just over the line as well. Shots to Hong Kong. Second set to Hong Kong and match to Hong Kong, China. Brilliant competition between these two teams. Great to watch this morning. There'll be a short interlude as we have a large player photograph going on the green. And then we'll be back with our second session of the day, which is another mixed pairs group stage match. And it is between Turkey and Japan. So certainly a different matchup to this game, but a very interesting one. We hope you'll join us in due course for the start of that match. Thanks for watching.